We're going back to a place called the Barrowland Ballroom. Back then, it was the beating heart of the city's nightlife. All brass bands, cigarette smoke, and the smell of wet wool. But between 1968 and 1969, it became the hunting ground for a man the press would eventually call Bible John, the pattern of the dance. He didn't look like a monster. He was well-dressed, polite, and spoke with a refined accent. He was the kind of man a girl could trust, which is exactly what made him so dangerous. The story follows three women, all young mothers who just wanted a night of dancing to escape the gray Glasgow winter. Patricia Docker, 1968, found just yards from her home. Mari Hunter, 1969, found in a tenement hallway. Helen Puddock, 1969, the final victim, whose death provided the only real clues we have, the man in the taxi. The Bible John legend truly began with Helen Puddock. On the night she died, she wasn't alone. She was with her sister, Jean. They had met two men, both named John, at the Barrowlands. One left early, but the other, a tall, slim man with reddish hair and a slight gap between his front teeth, shared a taxi with the sisters. As they rode through the dark streets, this John didn't talk about the music or the dancing. He quoted scripture. He spoke of the dens of iniquity, the dance halls, and referred to the women there as adulterous. Jean got out of the taxi first. Helen stayed inside to head home. She was found the next morning. The investigation, a city in fear. The hunt for Bible John was one of the largest in Scottish history. The sketch. Police created the first ever composite drawing to be used in a Scottish murder hunt. That face, gaunt, with a slick side parting, haunted the front pages of newspapers for years. The bouncers. Detectives went undercover at the Barrowlands, wearing suits and trying to blend in with the dancers, desperately looking for a man who looked like the sketch and quoted the Old Testament, the vanishing. After Helen's death, the killing simply stopped. Why is it still a mystery? To this day, we don't know who he was. Some say he fled the country. Others believe he was a soldier stationed nearby who moved on. One of the most chilling theories involves a man named Peter Tobin, a convicted serial killer caught decades later. He lived in Glasgow at the time, and his M.O. matched the Barrowlands murders. However, DNA evidence from the 1960s was poorly preserved, and a 1996 attempt to link a suspect through exhumation ended in a not-proven result. The spooky reality. The Barrowland Ballroom is still there. If you go to Glasgow today, you can still see the famous animated neon sign. People still dance on that same floor. But somewhere in the city's archives, there is a file that remains open, and a sketch of a man with a gap-toothed smile who disappeared into the Scottish mist over 50 years ago.